few songs that came out recently by bands that I'm mildly interested in that I want to just catch up because they're recent, they're hot, fresh off the plate, and then I'll get to more songs that have been suggested to me. So this one's called Halcyon by Animate. You know, I remember the last Animate song off their new record. I was like, something was kind of lacking. You know, there's something about it that I was like, I'm a little bit disappointed. I felt like this should have been stronger. And it just doesn't feel strong. Why doesn't it feel strong? I felt like the whole song was like at 80%. And for some reason, I just wasn't feeling it as much as I would like. So we'll see how this next one is. It's called Halcyon by Animate. Let's see how it pairs up with the other one. And I'll give you my feedback. My wife is hammering some stuff in the other room, so you might hear some hammering noises. That's fine. Are we underwater here? It's kind of a cool visual. Ooh, yeah, we're underwater. Doing something. I love chugs that are harmonized. There's clearly different tones in the chugs. There's like a ooh, there's some sort of ooh note in there, and it sounds choice. It's awesome. The chorus is definitely epic, but it lacks a hook. But despite that there's a lack of hook, it's nice and big and it sounded good. Cool ambience. Cool. Chordy breakdown. I like chordy breakdowns. Vocalist can keep up with the same styles before, which is cool. He can hit those low notes pretty well, and he's a good singer too. I lost myself. Cool. I enjoyed that much more than the previous song. I can't remember which one I reviewed before. It was, Cloud Cascade. That was neat. Okay. Neat. Much better than before. And the reason it was much better than before is because it pulled me in. It felt like 2 minutes of music, and it was actually 4 minutes of music. Granted, the intro was, what? The intro was 40 seconds. So, 3.5 minutes. We'll just give it a little over 3.5 minutes. But it felt like a 2-minute song, and it was actually 3.5 minutes worth of music. It didn't feel hollow in its structure. The Cloud Cascade song, it lacked a certain structure to it. Like, there was some sort of hollowed out part in its structure that I remember. You know, I'd have to listen to it again to really pinpoint it. But there's something about it that, like, didn't get me, like, hooked into it. Like, it was almost like either the singer didn't fully mean what he was saying, or, like, the message of the song wasn't fully conveyed through the music, or something. There was something lacking in it that I just wasn't sold by. And now this one I was sold by, and that's why I think it's much better. It's like whatever message he was trying to convey was conveyed, and more convincingly than the other one. And I wasn't quite as convinced as before. Music video directed by Aaron Marsh. It was a cool video. Pretty basic, pretty basic presentation, but, if you're on a budget, this kind of symbolism and stuff kind of works. I like the use of the red strings and the scarlet ribbons pulling him in underwater or something like that. So there's clearly something going on with, especially I heard him say at the end, like he lost himself in some way. So I gotta check out the lyrics. So we gotta see what this is about. Drown me in the cold, dense rift, slowly in a moonlit drift. There's a mention of the moon again. Take me away, cast the world in stone, slow the spinning sun. It's almost like he's forgotten himself. So he says nothing is lost as long as it's remembered. And I guess he's lost relationships, and he doesn't feel like he's remembered. He feels ignored. It's a song about feeling neglect and reflecting on it through a bunch of symbolism. Feeling the coldness of lost relationships and broken connections that you once formerly had. I can relate to that. I can definitely relate to that. He's in the state of like, am I gonna even exist? If no one remembers me right now, do I even exist? The thing is like it comes down to who matters, and if the world doesn't recognize you, that's fine. But if your family members do, and your best friends do, if you have a friend, that recognizes you, that sees you, of course you exist. It's the whole argument, like, if a tree falls in the forest and no one was there to hear it, did it make a noise? Yes, the answer is yes, it did make a noise, but no one was there to hear it. But it's like a philosophical thing, and it's connected and rooted in his separation of either himself, like he's a little bit disassociative from his pain, and so he has to numb himself from the pain. It's either that or he's experienced conflict with relationships. He mentions time and slowing of the sun and stuff and being suspended in time, and it's like he wants the time that he's lost back. And I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like when you're like, I spent all this time with these people only for it to be nothing, turned into dust, and there's nothing left of that relationship. And you just feel like that's just wasted breath for them and for you. Hey, they're playing February 20th in Seattle. That's in 3 days from now. Dang. On tour with Silent Planet. Huh. So this band is actually on tour with Silent Planet, which I just checked out. So, yeah. But that was an event, Animate, Halcyon. Go check them out. Go see them. Go check them out. All right. Well, yeah, much better than before. I liked it.